Good evening. I'm your host, Marie Younger Blackburn, and this is Driven Women TV. We're in our third season, and we're happy to be here. And our topic for the rest of the month is going to center around health and wellness. Last week we interviewed Kristen Alexander, and she was a wellness advocate. And this week we are here with my guest, Deborah O'Brien. She is an author, a speaker, and a teacher. We'd like to welcome Deborah to the set.
Oh, thank you, Marie. It's wonderful to be here. It just brings back a lot of memories.
Yes, Deborah was my first guest on Driven Women TV, 2 seasons ago, so we're happy to have her back. I just wanted to just let you know, the purpose of Driven Women TV is to keep the message of Driven, Cape Cod's Conference for Women, alive. We are a organization, and we bring a one-day conference to Cape Cod. Our mission is to bring women together under one roof and share useful and relevant information that would drive them to be the change in their own community. So we come on this platform to just bring and elevate women and discuss what they're doing out there in the community, what their business interests are, and how they can be of help to you. So we're going to get right to it with Deborah today. And we're talking about, Deborah has started a letting go challenge.
Yes.
You know, and that was really intriguing to me. And I'm just going to let Deborah explain a little bit about what that means. And let's delve right in.
Okay. Well, I challenge each and every one of you who are listening tonight to take the Let Go challenge. All you have to do is let go of 27 things every day for 9 days.
Okay.
Now, 27 things seems like a lot, right? But once you start, it's so easy. You just open up a drawer, your junk drawer, and, you know, old batteries and broken pencils and broken erasers, you know, whatever's in that drawer. In no time flat, you can count 27 things.
Okay.
So, you know, every day you just empty out papers.
Could they be big or little things? So say if I have too much furniture in my house or too many clothing, does that count as well?
Yes, yeah. I always tell people to start small, and build up to the clothes and, you know, the big things.
Maybe we start in our pocketbook or something.
Yes, that's a great place to start, Marie.
Okay. And what value does that have? What does that do?
Well, this is an old feng shui ritual to start the new year of getting rid of clutter. Because when you get rid of clutter, you open up yourself to receive good things. And actually, after 9 days, you are training yourself to think differently. And you know, when you can just get in the habit of letting go, after 9 days, maybe you can start to let go of other things like resentment or bitterness or hatred. You know, we have such a problem in our world today, and people are confused, and when they get angry, they build that all up inside of them. But this practice of letting go gives you a way to release some of that tension.
So it transcends anything in your life. You could start with objects and things, and then it helps you to let go of other things.
Yes.
That's what I hear you saying. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So how long has this challenge been going on, and who's taken it, and how's it going?
Well, I started it at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
I put it on Facebook that January 1st, the challenge was out there. And I did it myself, and I got to the 9th day, and I had a huge decorating job, and I got home at 9 o'clock at night, and I just fell into bed, and I forgot to let go of my 27 items. So guess what?
Did you get
Wait,
up?
you skip it. No, I
Oh,
didn't.
you skip it. Okay.
If you skip it, you have to start all over again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
say, like I was on my 9th day,
Okay.
I had to start all over again.
Okay.
And, well, I did.
Okay. So, Deb, let's just be clear. I've known you for a while, right? For many years, and I consider you a very elegant and organized person. I also know your home. Your both, homes you've been in, and Deborah's responsible for our set design, and we'll be, revamping that for this year. But Deb's a interior designer as well. But your homes are immaculate, first of all, and they look like zero clutter or excess things. It seems like you have functional things. So where does someone like you find 9 things, 27 things a day to get rid of? Because I can't even imagine.
Well, it's amazing because you don't see the things that I'm hoarding.
No.
No, they're not out there.
Okay.
But in my closet, I have 2 big hat boxes.
Okay.
And every time I pay a bill, I throw my receipt in that box.
Okay.
Well, the boxes are overflowing now.
Okay.
So it was really easy just to pick out 27 receipts every day.
And you don't need them. Okay. Yeah.
Because we don't need those.
Yeah.
Or 27 empty coat hangers. And every day when I go through my pocketbook, really, I could count out 27 things.
Okay.
Because you accumulate a lot of stuff during the day,
Okay.
receipts.
I'm
and-
still having a hard time picturing this, based on what I know about you. But for me, and I remember maybe a year ago you had done this,
Yes.
or told me about it. And I
Uh-huh.
remember I did it, and then I told my son about it. And
Yeah.
I remember going around the house with a trash bag, and it just felt so liberating and wonderful. I was throwing away, you open a drawer and you're like, those things that you've been meaning to get to.
Right.
And you feel a little more organized and lighter. So I personally can't wait to start tomorrow. I'm going to start again.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And it's really fun when you include other people in it with you.
Yes.
And you kind of challenge each other. Because when you do it by yourself, you don't have someone reminding you, did you do your things today?
Right.
So I think it's a great idea to get people in the family involved, and just make it fun.
Yeah, it's like starting habits. This year, I don't do New Year's resolutions. I don't know about you, because they don't work for me. Okay, so you said I'm going to do a New Year's resolution on January 1. So January 1, I know in my culture, people cook, right? That day you're going to make your New Year's Day meal, right? There's this soul food ritual thing that goes on, right? So you're going to eat that, and then, you may continue. So that doesn't, because my resolutions usually involve food, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't work for me. But what has worked for me, in line with what you're talking about, is I started swimming. So I'm on day 10. I didn't start at January 1, but I started 10 days ago. And I have an accountability partner. So every day, it's a practice. So you get up, get Chase on the bus, 7 o'clock, and then I am in the pool. And I'm doing my laps, and I feel, I'm letting go. When I'm in there,
Yeah.
I'm swimming, and I'm clearing my mind, I'm letting go of all time and space and just getting that done,
Right.
So that really feels
And
freeing
that
and
is
stress
so
reduction.
that's freedom.
Yeah.
And when you really learn to let go like that, it's amazing. But Marie, you will start to drop weight, because what happens is, holding on to weight is a way of protecting yourself. And years ago, we used to have to hunt for our food. And, and when the winter would come along, you'd need extra weight to make sure you wouldn't freeze or starve. So you'd have to eat more. And we still have that in our DNA of holding on to weight. And the thing that triggers it is stress. So if you get stressed out, it just zeroes right in on that, and your body gets the signal, oh, I better retain some fat. I might need it. it's the same principle. I might need it, you know?
Yeah.
So when your body knows that you're doing things differently, it kind of shuts that signal off, and you will be amazed. You'll drop a few pounds without even thinking about it. It will just come off.
Wow.
So it really is an amazing thing how our thoughts become our reality.
Right. And we hold on to so much. I think we are in a culture of excess. I know for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I have more clothing than most people would ever need. More coats, you know, in every size. We tend to keep these because I might need it.
Yeah.
You know, one day I may need it.
And that sends such a terrible signal to God. It's like saying, you know, I don't really trust that you're going to provide for me. So I'm going to hold on to a few of these things just in case things aren't so good.
Yeah.
So that's like promoting yourself to have bad times.
Yes.
You know, instead of trusting in God to provide for you.
Yes.
And, you know, when you can totally let go and surrender, that's the secret to happiness. And I've had to find out about surrender the hard way. But
I'm going to bring that up right now. How about that?
Really?
Yeah, so we're going to, and it's going to be, I know we're going to go into talking about your book, Bliss Behind the Mask, right? And in this book, you did some major surrendering in order to get to be the woman that you are today,
Right.
Which I totally respect. Every time I'm with you, I feel like, you know, there's grace and elegance and wisdom all wrapped up into one person that I get. And I know it's because you've gone through a transformation. In this book, Bliss Behind the Mask, Deborah's the author of Bliss Behind the Mask, and it talks about her transformation with alcoholism.
Yeah.
So I'd love for you to just give folks an insight into this book, you know?
Well, you know, the whole story is how I grew up with alcohol, and each year it just kind of progressed until I was like a really raging alcoholic. And in the end, I was drinking round the clock. And I can remember one day, I needed a drink so bad, and I was shaking, but I couldn't drive to the package store because I was just too messed up. So I started walking, and I fell on the sidewalk on Central Avenue. But on the sidewalk was all this gritty sand, and I was down on my knees in this sand, and I couldn't get up. And I remember just looking up and screaming out loud, "God, help me." Well, God heard me, and he helped me. But I wasn't asking him to help me stop drinking. I was asking him to help me get up and get to that store and get my wine. But it's amazing what you get when you ask for it.
Help.
You
That's
know?
right. That's
So
right.
it's like God hears you, and if you ask for help, he will hear you and he will answer you. And so like right after that happened to me, about a week later, I OD'd on pills and alcohol. And, you know, I had a near-death experience. And in that moment, I came under this amazing light and love. And there's no way I can describe what happened to me. My whole life was transformed. I was filled with this light, and this light is now, it's so part of me
that it exudes out of you and onto others, and that's what I feel when I'm with you.
Thank you so much.
No,
Marie.
you are. You have so much to offer. So I think that you have been given a chance, and you're transformed, and now you share not only your beauty through your business, your interior design, but also your speaking that encourages others, and in your coaching of others, you know. So I think that you know, your purpose has been revealed through your experience. And that's a lot of what we find here on the show with the women that we interview. You know, their business is what they do, but there's something about who you are, right?
Right.
That really, yeah, I'm more interested in who you are, because that really shows me why you do what you do, right? And when you
Yes.
have what your worldview is and how you come to your success by who you are, you know. So, you know, we have a conversation here and we're candid. We don't really feed each other, you know, questions, right? We
Right.
do prepare, but we don't feed each other questions. But, you know, I just want to share, you to help me to share about in your stage of life, right? You're you're a middle-aged woman, and you are still discovering things about yourself.
Yes.
I find,
Yeah.
because I see your presence on social media has gone from here to here, right? You're doing the challenge right now. There's things you're doing with. There's different speaking things about dress to impress, teaching women how to dress, interior design work, the workshops that you do on health and wellness. So, you know, women aren't done. There's no age limit, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right now, I'm doing workshops on how to live younger, longer.
Yeah.
And next month, I'm doing workshops on how to love your life. Really love your life. Like, do people really love their lives? You know?
Tell me
And
about it. Yeah.
we should.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
wake up in the morning and be so happy to be alive. And that's what I think the reason I had the second chance was so that I could help other people who feel the way I felt then, you know, and I understand where they come from, and I know what they can expect. You know, when you're really down and out, you think there's no way out, but there is. And that's what I want to share with women is there's such a beautiful life if you just give yourself a chance and learn to love yourself. And I say, you know, this mask, we all wear this mask.
Right.
But when you take that mask off and you just don't care, you just be yourself. And who cares what other people think? All that matters is that you're you. And that's, I think if you can just be you, you can be so happy and at peace.
And, you know, I think showing up is part of, you know, a big part of it, right? Because no matter where I have been in my life, how I feel internally, I make it a point to show up, right?
Yeah.
And when I show up, right, you sit on this show and, okay, you know, you put on weight, but you're going to do your show anyway. Because you show up because you're happy to be alive, you're happy for the opportunity, and the gift that is given when you're interacting with others, your guest, is such a gift that it lifts you out of your circumstance, right, and shows you the possibilities. So that just brings me to this year. This year, for the last 3 years, we've done Driven Cape Cod's Conference for Women, and we've held it at the beautiful Seacrest Resort, and we're very happy to have them as partners. We are going to do it again there in 2019. But this year, we're going to take it down. We're going to give women an opportunity to retreat, to relax. We're going to have some of the same elements of the conference. We're going to have speakers, dynamic speakers, but they're going to be interactive. So we're going to be able to do the work, right? So it's called Women Driven with Vision this year. So we're going to go to the beautiful Camp Linden, right in Sandwich. It's lakefront. Yeah, we'll have a fireplace, and we'll have a great lunch. But we're going to have some speakers. We're going to have a vision for your financial future, which is something that women, you know, we need that, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we need that.
We all
that
need
direction,
that.
that plan. So we're going to have Michelle Ferguson of Edward Jones, and she's going to work us through those steps. We're going to have a vision for your health, and we'll have a speaker for that as well. We're going to have a vision for your business. Yeah, we're going to have the author of Girl Power, right? She's the author of several books on women and girls and empowerment. We're going to have Erin Geddens, and she's coming down to lead a workshop on that. So we're going to have several workshop leaders. We'll have somebody on your spirit, to help us spiritually as well. A vision for your spiritual life. We're going to have some movement. We're going to work on our vision boards. So what is your vision for all those things? So as we're having our speakers, we're going to be in between creating vision boards.
Wow.
Right, yeah. So that's the direction we're going in next year. So this year. So that next year when we come back to the Seacrest, we're going to be well on our way to our visions.
That is wonderful, Marie.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a great day on Saturday, March 3rd. So this March, and you will be able to find more information on our Facebook pages, Cape Cod's Conference for Women, or Driven Cape Cod's Conference for Women. We have two, pages on Facebook as well as a website, and that information should be on the screen. So CapeCodConferenceForWomen.com. So we're going to have a really great time,
It sounds great.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do a vision board.
Oh, yay. So
Yeah.
you're going to do it. You're going to do it.
Someone will show us how.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, those areas that we talked about, you use visual, guides to be able to create what that looks like. And I think you're going to be great at that, being an interior designer. You walk into a room, it's like, what do I want this to look like? So what do I want my financial future to look like?
Yeah.
What does it incorporate? Does it incorporate more money in the bank, or savings, or, does it mean a bigger house, or, that kind of thing. So we use images to create that board. So that's going to be great work. And we'll be looking forward to having you a part of it, as always.
I'd love to be part of it.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's such a need for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful for the women to get together and work together.
Right. And there's always opportunities at our events to network and to collaborate.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. I love seeing people connecting and in what comes out of that,
Well, that's your gift to the world. You're such a wonderful connector, and you do so much with everyone that you meet.
Thank you.
You just make them connect so many different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we look forward to taking your challenge. I hope that, are there people who have taken it? Did you get any testimonials about how someone feels, or are they losing weight, or is their stress relieved, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have one girl who actually lost 3 pounds, and she lost 3 pounds in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Taking the challenge.
She did it for 9 days, but then she kept going, and because she just couldn't stop. So another girl, she did it with her husband, and they just they had so much fun doing it together that they have the kids doing it now.
Oh,
so
good.
it's like they stopped doing it, and now they're doing it as a family.
Wow.
With the children's rooms, and the kids are getting so much out of it, letting go of stuff that they've been hoarding too.
So we don't necessarily have to throw this stuff away, right? We can give it away.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful to give it away.
Yeah, so if there's things like you're cleaning a kid's room and there's toys, you can give them away, or if there's clothing or something, we can bring them to a clothing drop or something like that.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Okay.
And it's so great for the children to learn at an early age how nice it feels to give, So it's a great lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice not to be clogged down and bogged down with things. So let's talk a little bit about stress, because I know a big part of your life is starting your day with meditation, right? And that's just the quieting of the mind. So there's no weird stuff going on, just in case you're watching and we're thinking about some spooky stuff. No, we don't do that here. But we do quieting the mind, right? The state of meditation, Being quiet. I think of all the books that I read now, I'm reading Tyler Perry's Higher is Greater. He takes some time. He's a billionaire, you know, he's a producer
Right.
and all. He's gone from homelessness to, you know, movie star, billionaire, whatever, multiple businesses. But part of what he was saying is about, you know, taking some time to meditate. For me, you know, just a personality trait, and you know,
Yeah.
is sitting still, um, quiet, not being connected is very hard for me. You want to talk about what
Well,
meditation does for you?
well, you know, the reason it's hard for you is because you need it so much.
Oh, okay.
You know, if it was easy for you, it wouldn't be that you needed it. But everyone needs meditation because when you can quiet your mind gets to rest and you can get out of your head and really into your heart.
Mm.
And it's like when you do your meditation in the morning, the rest of your day just flows.
Mm-hmm.
And all you have to do to meditate is just kind of think about letting go of your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have thoughts, don't worry about them.
Mm-hmm.
Just put your attention on your breath going up your nose and out your nose.
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, you'll be meditating.
Mm.
But I do give instructions in my book.
Okay.
And I have a very simple but profound method of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you do 5 minutes a day, the benefits are amazing. It just improves your health so much and your life.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
I just applaud you for all that you do and wearing purple. You know, my brand color.
Thank you.
But I really applaud you, and I have read the book, and you know what I felt about the book. I mean, I've read the book, and I was, you know, out there marketing. I thought everyone should have that book, and I'm just so proud of you writing your
thank
own
you.
story, and it was so profound. So again, we're here today with our guest, Deborah O'Brien. She's an author, a speaker, and a teacher, the author of Bliss Behind the Mask. And she is right now engaged in a letting go challenge. And we encourage all of you to let go. Let go of, was it 27 things a day in your
Yes.
home? You can let go of those things, and it would benefit you greatly. And then maybe you lose some weight, let go of some stress, let go of some resentment. Again, I'm Marie Younger Blackburn. I'm your host of Driven Women TV. And this year we'll be doing a Driven with Vision retreat. And, you know, we hope that all the women that have come in the past to our Driven Cape Cod's Conference with Women would join us at Camp Linden. That'd be great to have all of our friends come out there, and we'll do the work, you know, get a vision for our financial future, a vision for our health, a vision for our business, a vision for our empowerment, and just have some great speakers. So
I can't wait.
Again, Deb, I'm glad to have you here again. You know, you're my first guest, and I'm sure you won't be the last because you're constantly doing things and upping your game. So I'm glad to have you.
Thank you so much,
Again,
Marie.
So thanks for coming to Driven Women TV.
It's great to be here.